Hey, this is Ryan with Stories That Pop. You know, not every story has a princess in it, but this one does. It also has a talking bear, if you can believe it. Coming right up, only on Stories That Pop.
Stories that pop. Stories that pop.
In a land far removed from our own, and in a time long gone, there lived a princess. Now, this princess had yet to find a prince to marry her. Her father, the king, seriously wanted her to find somebody good for her. She was a little bit iffy on the whole marriage thing. So she came up with an idea. She thought, I will tell riddles to any suitors that might come my way, and if they cannot answer my riddles, then they are not smart enough, they're not qualified enough to marry me. And so she did. She developed lots of different riddles, and every suitor who would come up to her, she would give them a riddle, and one by one, none of them could answer her riddles. She sent them all packing, all on their way. Well, it just so happened that in a land a little bit distant from hers, there lived 3 tailors. Now, tailors were well known for putting together the finest of clothes. 2 of these tailors were very successful at what they've been doing, with the third one, he hadn't quite figured it out yet. He was still trying to figure out just how to get the needle through that thread, let alone how to make a shirt or a pair of pants. Now, the other 2 said to him, hey, we're going to go on over here and meet this princess, and we think we're smart enough, now that we figured out how to make fine clothes, we think we're smart enough to answer her riddles. Why don't you go ahead and stay here and keep working on this craft that you think you're maybe going to learn how to do someday? The tailor thought, I haven't had much luck making clothes, but maybe I'll have some better luck with this princess. So he said to the other 2, no. I'll come with you, and let's just see what happens. So together, the 3 of them went all the way to the castle where the princess lived. Once inside, the princess called them over to her, and immediately they noticed that they couldn't see the princess, that she was sitting behind a veil. She welcomed them. She said, young tailors, welcome to my castle. Welcome, and let me know when you're ready for your riddle. If you are to answer it, then you shall marry me. They all said, anytime you're ready, princess, anytime you're ready. So she asked them, simple riddle. I have 2 colors of hair on my head. What colors do I have? The first one scratched his head for a bit, and then thinking about his fine craft of tailor, and he said, I believe that your hair is both black and white. Some might say it is peppered, much like a fine jacket. No, you're absolutely wrong. I will not marry you. Go on your way. The second tailor said, oh, well, if he's wrong about it being black and white, then my fair princess, your hair must be brown and red. Oh, much like a cloak that my father once wore. No, you are wrong, said the princess. Kindly go on your way. I will not marry you today. How about you, young tailor? The third tailor stepped up. He said, well, your hair is not black and white. Your hair is not brown and red. Therefore, you being a princess, it must be silver and gold. Immediately, the princess fell out of her throne. She was so confused. How did he know how to guess what color my hair is? That is amazing. She was also a little bit frightened because she was not ready to be married yet. What am I gonna do? She thought real fast. I know, a second task. I'm not quite ready to marry you yet, young tailor. You must do one more thing before I will marry you. And there's a bear down below. You must spend the night with that bear. And should you still be alive in the morning, well, then for certain, young tailor, I will absolutely marry you, and I will be your bride for the rest of our lives. The tailor was not one to be made frightened. He said, absolutely, I would love to spend the night down there with that bear. Just show me the way. The princess had some men show the tailor downstairs to where the bear slept. The princess was pretty confident the bear was going to eat her because the bear had not yet ignored tasty food when it was delivered directly to it. The men put the tailor inside with the bear. Immediately, the bear started to growl and bare his berry teeth. Oh. Tailor said, oh, quiet down, I'll make peace with you yet. And he reached into his pocket and he grabbed several small nuts. He popped a few of the nuts in his mouth and cracked the nuts open, and then ate the nuts. Ate a few more nuts, and the bear watched him the whole time. Ooh, said the bear, sitting down on his haunches. Those look pretty tasty. What are they? These are just nuts. Would you like some? I have plenty of them here in my pocket. Oh, I very much would. Absolutely, please. Oh, no problem at all. The tailor reached into his pocket and grabbed what looked like some nuts, but they were not nuts. These were actually very small rocks. He gave them to the bear. The bear put the pebbles in his mouth and started to with all his strength and all his might, he could not crack what he thought were the nuts. His teeth were starting to hurt. He spat them out and he said, you make it look so easy. What is that you're doing that looks so good? Will you please crack some for me? Oh, absolutely. I'll show you how it's done. The tailor reached back to his pocket, grabbed some more nuts, popped them in his mouth, cracked the shells of the nuts, and ate the nuts. Ooh, these are so good. I do hope you can enjoy some. You make it look so easy. Please give me some more. Let me try again. Oh, no problem at all. Reached into his pocket, grabbed some more pebbles, and gave them to the bear. The bear, it's too hard, and his teeth began to hurt. The bear began to cry. Well, the tailor said, I know exactly what will cheer you up, and he reached behind his back and he pulled out a fiddle. He put the fiddle up to his neck and he started to play. Oh, it was a wonderful quick-stepped song, and the bear got up and started to dance, started to do a little jig, and oh, as the bear was going, the bear said, what is that thing that you're playing? Oh, this is just my fiddle. Oh, fiddle, very much would like to learn how to play that. How does it work? Oh, well, I just hold it here with my left hand up to my neck, and with my right hand I use the bow, and I go across the strings, and it makes a very merry song. Do you like it? Oh, I very much do like it, sir. I very much do. Hey, would you mind teaching me how to play that fiddle? Oh, why, I would be honored, bear, to teach you how to play this fiddle. But first, look at your hands. In order to hold the bow and hold the fiddle, your claws are too long. They're going to get in the way. We need to trim your nails. The bear agreed, and so immediately the tailor asked the men outside the door to bring in a vise. The bear put his hands down on the table, and they put the vise across his hands, and his paws were stuck in there. The bear was stuck fast, and the tailor said, oh, it'll just be just a moment while I go get something to clean up your nails. But instead of doing so, the tailor just went over to a nice pile of hay, lay down, and went to sleep. All night long, the bear tried to grab out of the vise, but he could not. He roared and growled. Now, the princess could hear the roaring and the growling, and she assumed that it was because the bear was happy and full, and that she was not going to have to marry that tailor in the morning. In the morning, she went over to where the tailor and the bear had been sleeping, and to her dismay, she saw that the bear was stuck in those vice grips, and the tailor was happy as could possibly be. He came out, and because she had promised in front of everybody that she would marry him, the king immediately ordered the ceremony to happen. The king sent a carriage to pick up the princess and the tailor. They got into the carriage and started to go forth towards the palace for the wedding ceremony. Oh, the tailor was so happy his luck had finally changed. He was going to get to marry the princess. He was the only one to answer her riddles and solve her problems. About that time, the carriage went by the other two tailors, and the tailors looked at the third tailor, and they were filled with jealousy. So they went back to where the bear was sleeping and released him from the vice grip. The bear came charging forth out towards the carriage. Oh, the princess looked back at her and said, "The bear's coming to get you, the bear's coming to get you, what are we gonna do?" The tailor said, not to worry, and he stuck his head out the window and his hands out the window, and he called out to the bear, "Bear, don't you see she's put me in the same vice grip? Turn around now or she'll do the same to you." Well, the bear didn't want to spend another moment in a vice grip, so he turned around and went back the other direction. Later that day, the tailor and the princess were married, and they lived happily, sometimes not so happily, but they lived ever after. Hey, a tale told is a tale that can be shared. So here's your challenge. Upload a video of you sharing this story or one of the other stories on Stories That Pop and share that video out with me. I will feature it on one of my upcoming videos. Until next time, keep on popping.